Hi, today I want to take you through one of the easiest visas to Europe. A lot of people apply to this visa yearly and they get it. However, there are small steps. If missed or you do them wrong, they can lead to a visa denial. That's why I'm here. I want to share with you the step-by-step application process for this visa based on my experience via the German embassy in Kenya. I hope this is going to be helpful. Let's get into it. The name of the visa is called a SchengenVisa. So what is a SchengenVisa? This is a short stay visa of up to 90 days. So it gives you access for 90 days. And where it came from, it stems from a place where about 27 European countries came together, made an agreement. They abolished their border controls at the mutual borders. So this means if you have a Schengen visa to, let's say, Germany, you are able to access any of those 27 countries using your visa. However, you have to plan your time well. The German embassy has outsourced its services for applying for a short stay visa to a company called TLS Contact Center. So the German embassy does not directly deal with short stay visas. They only deal with visas that are for more than 90 days. So we're going to deal with TLS Contact Center. So a lot of info is found on their website, and the first thing when you go to their website, they ask you to create an account in order to be able to access the services. So once we're done with that, we have to identify what is the purpose of our travel. So in my case, I was traveling via the purpose of family or friend visit. The other purposes of travel with this visa is business or tourism application. Alright, so we're going to go through the documents that you need because this is the most important part of this application. Alright, so do not even go to book an appointment before you have gone through the documents and assessed and you ensure that you have each one of them, because if you go ahead to book for an appointment and you have not compiled the documents, appointment date could arrive and you're missing a document, so that delays your whole process, or you could even just get a denial. So let's first of all gather our documents one by one. So the first thing you need is to fill in the visa application form. That is step number 1. This is very simple and straightforward. It is just to put in your personal details. The second step is to have your passport photographs. And this is also a bit straightforward. I will not get into it. The next step is to ensure you have your passport. I mean, if you're already thinking of flying or going abroad, you already know that you need a passport, so I will not get into it. The fourth step, which is very crucial, proof of travel purpose. So this is very important because this shows where you're going, for what reason you're going. So the documents that you need here, number 1 is an invitation letter from your host. Where you're going, if you're going to see family, if you're going to see a friend, they need to write a letter showing that they're coming to you and you have invited them. It can actually be a letter to you or a letter to the embassy, and then the person will send you the letter via email or WhatsApp, and then you can print the letter. So that is important to have. And then the host also has to share with you their passport or ID, right? And then the other step is proof of relationship. What is your relationship with that person? Is it, if it's your partner, if you're married, you need to show your certificate. Then the other item is a formal obligation form. So this is also very important. And this is mainly when the host is going to cater for all your expenses during the whole time you're going to be in that country. So the host has to go to the immigration office or foreign authority and apply for an obligation form. And it depends on how long it will take. It could take a week or two or a day even to get the obligation form. And once the host has the obligation form, they have to send you to Kenya. Preferably if they can send you an original copy via DHL, that would be nice. That would be nice, honestly. Because I do not know how the success rate of using a scanned copy, but they insist on having an original copy from, let's say, Germany. For my case, it had to be sent from Germany, and that's what I submitted all the times that I traveled. And the other thing is proof of your travel. This is your flight ticket. So here, please do not buy a real ticket, because with this kind of visa, you do not know how long it could take. You do not know if you could get a denial. So if you get a denial, that means your money is gone. So please do not get a real ticket. Get a dummy ticket. It costs around 1,000 shillings or 2,000 shillings at most from tour agents. Or I can share contact with my person if anyone ever needs. The next one is to have a travel health insurance. So this is also very important because it covers you when you're there in case of an accident, in case of something. Well, to be honest, I don't think you will ever use it, but it's a requirement, so you need to have. The next part is to ensure that you show proof of ties to Kenya. So proof of ties to Kenya can be in these ways. First of all, if you're in Kenya, you're either self-employed or you're employed or you're a student. So I'm going to talk about my case. I was self-employed. I have a business. So that is what I will use to show that I'm still going to come back, because this question or this part of the application requires to show that if you go to our country, are you going to go back to your own country? Because a lot of people come and they're afraid that people will come and they will not go back. So they need to be sure that you're going and you're coming back to your own country. So for my case, I had to prove that I have a business by giving them a business permit. You could have your company's registration details, M-Pesa statement if you pay via M-Pesa, just something. I even had to share photos of my shop because I did not have the formal documents of a business. You know how it is with businesses in Kenya. And I had to share a business permit, photos, and M-Pesa statements of my business. And if you're a student, you have to share papers from your school. You can even get a letter from the Dean of Students showing that this student is still ongoing, they're on break, blah, 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 blah. If you're employed, same thing. You can get a letter of employment from your boss, or you can use your pay slips and your employment contract. Alright, and if you do not fall in any of those categories and you have an asset, let's say like a land, or you have a land, you can share a title deed. If you have kids, you can share their birth certificates. So the idea is look for whatever you can look for to make sure that they do not think that you're not coming back. That's the whole idea. And then lastly, your financial situation. Here they need to know whether you have some financial capability. Are you going to be the one to buy yourself your flight ticket? And if not, there's a section where you can check that you have a sponsor, someone who's covering your costs. And if so, they have to share with you their bank statement so that you can present. Or if you're doing it on your own, just share your bank statement. That's it. I would love to share more because there are tips that are not listed in the checklist. and I've created a second part of this video. I hope you can also take a look at it. Thank you so much for sticking around this far.